Hello, I'm Spyrodex Studios. Today, I'm going to be talking about the struggle of an animator as well as my internal conflict since I started animation on YouTube. So, let's begin. So, as an animator, time is something that's on your side and also against you. First of all, time is something that not everyone has a lot of. And during these very special times, people have a lot of time. At the same time, animators feel like they spend a lot of time animating, but at the same time, they feel like, I can do better, I can crank my FPS up even more, or I can spend more time, or I need to spend less time. And it's like this internal conflict that once you become a serious animator and you're not just animating for fun anymore, it's something you have to deal with, and it's something you might never overcome, ever. Unless you really try and you just really learn how to balance well. But if you're someone like me who tries to upload 3 or 4 times a week, time is not on my side, but it also is. It's very confusing, and this is a very odd portion of this video. So, let's move on. So, you might be wondering, what do I mean by skill? How is that a complication of being an animator, or what kind of troubles do you face because of this? Well, it's all in your head. You never feel like you do good enough. You feel like, man, I wish I was as good as Super Clones Productions or Flapjack Films. I wish I was that funny, or I wish my animation was that smooth, or I wish I knew how to do ease in and ease out. You've got to deal with that. It's in your head, people. I mean, I've dealt with that, and it discourages you a crazy amount unless you're incredibly passionate and you deal with this. This will probably stop you from animating forever. I mean, early on, I took such long breaks just because of the fact I just felt like I was not good enough, and it was never good enough for me. And it really doesn't help whenever you get criticism. And criticism, don't get me wrong, it's a great thing and it's important, but criticism just feels like you're being hated on, and it's not. So please, just if someone ever criticizes you, unless they're saying you're stupid, you're dumb, I hate you, they're just showing you how to make your video better or trying to help you. And this is something people just take way too personally, me included. And if you have some harsh criticism, I mean, just lay it on me, please. I mean, I don't want to be the person who thinks everything I do is perfect, and I don't want other people to be like that either. I mean, that's just not how it works. This is going to be really brief because I sort of touched on this earlier. Frames per second is another thing. You feel like if you're not at least 12 or 15 FPS, it's garbage and it's bad, and you should never animate again if you just can't do it. But the truth is, it's all about your story, how engaging you are, and just your work ethic and all the effort you put into it. That's all that counts. And it obviously, the more FPS, the better, like the higher the FPS, but look at Super Clones Productions. He uses 12 FPS. His work is beautiful. I mean, that's years of practice and just time and just everything like that just put into it. It's like heart and soul. It's like poured into these animations, and you can tell. People like Flapjack Films, he does 15 FPS, but A, it's beautifully animated, and B, the jokes are hilarious. I mean, they're not meant for like 9-year-olds. I mean, anyone can laugh at them. And I mean, there's a few duds here and there, but like, that's expected. A lot of people's jokes are all duds, but let's move on. Spam. Struggle of pretty much anyone who likes to go on the internet, or exists, basically. I mean, there's spam in real life. Not to the extent not to the same extent as the internet has, but it's everywhere. I mean, this is not as much internal conflict or a problem. It's just annoying. Like, people sub for sub, or it's like, oh, great video, or want to be friends, or it's like, not great video, but, oh, great video, can you please subscribe to me? I'm on the road to 500 subscribers, or like anything like that, or just spam is something that, unless it's harmful to people, I don't hide. I mean, I've hit it before because I've gotten frustrated, and only a few people are probably going to know what I'm talking about. Someone was trying to do sub for sub, basically, and they created a new channel, and basically the other channel's inactive now, and I mean, I have no complaints against them anymore, and I forgive them, and I'm sure you could go and find that video and find my comment down there. It's me apologizing. I've said some things on a live stream about him, not anything personal or offensive, but just saying I don't like how he does that, and I really don't appreciate that, but I forgive him, and I mean, unless people own up to it, I really can't forgive anybody for spamming things. But let's just move on. Subscriber counts. These can pretty much make you go inactive. I mean, this has happened to me before. I went inactive for almost a year just because I was getting nowhere. I mean, I sat at 19, 20 subscribers for 3 months. I mean, my old content was garbage, and please don't watch it. I've privated some of those videos. They were so bad. Especially when you do animation, it's pretty much, sometimes you'll spend 6 hours on a video. That video might get you 0 new subscribers, or the video that, was probably the easiest or your least favorite to make, or just one of your least favorites gain you the most subscribers, and it seems like you should do more, but at the same time, you start to just lose the idea of just having fun and just being like we used to be, just like stupid kids on YouTube, just uploading a bunch of, nonsense videos that just made no sense. And you just lose sight of that, and, I mean, it's 6 hours for 2 subscribers, and you just look at everybody else, how many subscribers they gain from videos, and you obviously know they spend maybe more time than you, but it still just doesn't feel right. The conclusion of this video is pretty simple. If you cannot handle the struggles of an animator, then you're probably not going to go anywhere if you try and become one. But if you learn to deal with this internal conflict that might be going on inside of you, or just anything like that, well, then you're going to make it somehow. I mean, you might not be M&R Productions or anything like that, but if you're having fun, then that's all that matters. And I know that sounds really cheesy and stuff, but it's true. I mean, once you stop having fun is when you just start to realize, like, why am I making, like, $5 from this in certain cases? I mean, you're just like, this is not a job I love, and $5 for, like, 6 hours of work. I mean, why don't I just go work at McDonald's? I can make $60 in 6 hours. I mean, it's just important to learn how to deal with these struggles. If you really do want to become an animator, or a serious one, or a full-fledged animation channel. That's all for this video. I know it's quite different from most of my other videos, but I really wanted to talk about this, and I really like doing videos like these because I wanted to take a break from animation for a little bit. Not long, and I'm actually working on a video. I've been working on it today, actually. So you guys can look out for that, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, I mean, anything. messages. Ugh. Well, that's all.